she ran out of power every 2-3 days. And that's easy to do. And so she bought also a new big double 200 amp hour battery. So today's video is her opening and installing and setting up her new system on her SUV. Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Well, as you can see, I'm up on the roof of my ambulance because today I want to talk to you about solar. And so when people ask me, how much solar do I need? My answer is always open your wallet and find out how much you have in there and buy all you can afford. I don't think I have ever found anyone who said, oh, I bought too much solar, I should have bought less. So you want to buy, it's my personal opinion, you want to buy all the solar you can. You see my roof, I have 720 watts of solar. It's ridiculously too much solar. But when I get a week of rain, I get through it. So my advice to you and everyone else is to get the maximum amount you can afford to buy and that you can fit on the roof. And that is really the hardest thing of all to do, is to fit enough on your roof that will meet all your needs. So a lot of us are having to start out in the vehicle we're in. We're in a car, we're in an SUV, maybe with a little luck you're in a minivan. And you just don't have a whole lot of room in those vehicles on the roof to put much solar. So finding a solar panel that fits in odd spaces is really important. And that's really the subject of today's video. We have a friend who started out in a car and searched, this was 2 or 3 years ago, to find a solar panel that she could mount on the roof of her car. And she found one that was just a perfect size and it had 150 watts. That probably wasn't enough, but it was the best she could do because that was the only thing that would fit, so she bought it. Since then, she's upgraded to a SUV. Pretty good sized SUV, so it has a bigger roof. So she set out on a mission. She said, I'm going to go find me the biggest panel I can find that will fit on this roof. And she found it. And in fact, my friend ordered that panel. And she also, and if you're going to go 2, 3, 4 days without sun, what you have to have is plenty of battery. And she found she didn't have enough battery. She had a single Battleborn Lithium, which is as good a battery as you could buy. But it was 100 amp hours and 3 days of no sun with a single 150 watt solar panel. She ran out of power every 2-3 days. And that's easy to do, run into 3 days of no sun. And so she bought also a new big double 200 amp hour battery. So today's video is her opening and installing and setting up her new system on her SUV. So in the rest of this video, my friend Mark will walk you through the installation of the new 240 watt hour solar panel and also putting in the new 200 amp hour battery. So that should at least easily double her capacity. She should be able to go not just 2-3 days without sun. She should be able to go a week with that kind of capacity, the larger battery, and also the much bigger solar panel. Mark, I'm going to turn this over to you and lead the audience through the install of this system.
Today we're installing the new battery in the interior of the SUV, and the new battery is substantially larger than the Battleborn that it's replacing. TEMP battery is a 200 amp hour battery, and it's going to be replacing the Battleborn, which is a 100 amp hour battery. And the Battleborn 100 amp hour battery is just 12¼ inches long, and the new LiTime is roughly 19. My basic intent to get this big battery into where this little battery is I am essentially, the whole thing's going to be torn apart. All the equipment down here is going to be removed, and this is going up. This equipment's going to be over here in some fashion. It depends on how it fits when I get to it. This guy here is going away. The DC to DC charger is no longer used, so he's going. It gives me a lot of extra room. And this inverter is going to be rotated, and then this and this has to be moved up a little bit. So I think I have room to do it. It's going to be fun, but I love a challenge. So we're going to make it fit. The minimum temperature to charge this battery is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Never go below that. When you're trying to charge it, it will damage the battery. The maximum temperature, again, to charge is 122 degrees Fahrenheit. So those are important numbers. what I did was I replaced the 100 amp hour battery that was in the original build in this SUV. We replaced it with this 200 amp hour battery, which is a fair amount larger. So I had to remove everything. I just took the whole build apart and reinstalled everything where it needed to be for the new battery replacement. So I replaced the original wooden mounting for the battery. I replaced that with aluminum angle. It's a little sturdier, I think, and it's got a smaller footprint, so it fit much better. And then I replaced everything, all the electronics and all the wiring to make it fit. It's a little tight. I also had to replace add two circuit breakers that were not included in the original build. Safety is everything, so now it's fully protected. Both the solar and the battery circuitry is completely protected, so that it's a much safer system right now, and it works, and it seems to fit okay, and let's hope it has a long, happy life. This is what's going to clamp to this, because this is an unusual surface. It's kind of an airfoil design. It's not flat, it's not round, so you got to get creative. So I just used plates.
Now, some of you won't have as much space as she has on the top of a big SUV. So you need a much smaller solar panel. And I'm going to tell you one of the most space-efficient solar panels that I found, so that if you need a really space-efficient panel, maybe this will work with you. And it seems like Newpowa, that's Newpowa, is making it their goal to make space-efficient panels. So first, let me tell you about the 240 watt. So it's a Newpowa 240, and the dimensions are 55 by 35. They're slightly less, but I rounded them up to the nearest inch. So it's 55 by 35. So if you can fit a 55 by 35 inch panel, and they're a couple inches tall, they're all about the same height. And if you can fit that much solar panel up on your roof, I think that's the smallest 240 watt panel you can buy. Also, because it's small, you can get it delivered by UPS, FedEx, just like any other package. Normally, 250 watt panels are in that size range will have to go by freight because they're too big. They have to go on a pallet. And that costs a huge amount of money. It'll cost between $100 and $200. This comes by regular UPS. Your regular UPS delivery guy will deliver this right to your house or to your mail forwarder or whoever. So that is really, really a good deal, and that's why this worked so well for my friend. They also have a very efficient 100 watt panel. So if you have a very small space, they have a 100 watt panel that is very, very efficient. It's 29 by 28. So if you can find a space on your roof that will hold a 29 by 28 panel, you could get one of their 100 watters on it. And that is a very, very space efficient size. And it's super, super cheap. It's $83.50. Again, you can ship it by regular UPS, but that is one of the cheapest 100 watt panels available on Amazon, and it's an excellent, excellent size. And I don't think you're going to beat $83 for a 100 watt panel off of Amazon. So if that fits your roof, you should go grab one. And if you have room for 55 by 35, you're not going to get a bigger panel in there than this 240 watt Newpowa. These are both Newpowa panels, very space efficient. So there you have it. No matter how small your space is, even if you're in a car, you could probably find some kind of solar panel that will go on your roof. This Newpowa 240 watt solar panel was ideal to fit on this SUV. But remember that Newpowa makes a 100 watt solar panel, which right now, as I'm shooting this, is $80 on Amazon. I'll link down below for both of them. That will fit probably on most cars. It'll be a little bit obvious, but you know, you got a 100-watt solar panel on there, and that is really, really worth having. So I think you should give that some thought. So Newpowa has really made some efficient sizes, and check them out on Amazon. So I'd like to know what you think. Would either one of those small panels fit on your roof? Just go out and measure your roof, see how much room you have, and see if you can get a panel up there. The problem a lot of you will face, like especially in cars, is stealth. It will be fairly obvious, you know, if you put a solar panel up on a car because you're looking down on the roofs of cars. So that's something to consider. But still, boy, the convenience of having a 100-watt solar panel on charging all the time, I think would be more than worth it. And then you could set another 100-watt panel outside and plug it into whatever you're using. And between the two of them, you would probably have all the power you need, especially in the tiny space of a car. So I'd really love to hear from you in the comments below. Will that work for you? What do you think? Is that something that you would consider doing? Will that fit up on your roof okay? So I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.